Hello friends, we are going to put together a mini collage today in this little notebook. I don't remember if this was from the Dollar Tree or from the dollar section at Michael's. I've used it for a variety of different things, and we are going to collage over these two pages. As you can see, I already have all my elements cut out. I already know what I plan to do with this collage, and I didn't want to spend a ton of time filming cutting out the elements and figuring out where they're going to go. So we're just going to jump right in. This is some paper that was from a table runner from Pier 1. I was so sad the other day to walk into Pier 1 and find out that their stores are closing, but it looks like online they aren't closing. I don't know for sure how accurate that is, but time will tell. So I cut a bunch of this paper to make some envelopes earlier, and I had a little bit left over and wasn't sure what to do with it, and thought I would put it in this notebook as part of my collage. So I just used some double-sided adhesive. I'm gonna line this up the best I can. As you can see, I didn't cut it to go all the way to the edge because I want to be able to close this nicely when I'm done, especially since I plan to collage over multiple pages and it will eventually get quite thick and cumbersome. And if you collage all the way to the edge of a page in a notebook that you need to close, eventually either your collage is going to be damaged or you won't be able to close the notebook, or both. So we'll put this down on this side also. This collage doesn't have a lot of elements, partially because it is so small, but also I just wanted to do something really simple. I think a lot of us are really stressed out right now with the situation in the world, the political climate in the United States, and we've got fires all over the western states as well. My son and I are safe, we're fine, but we have several friends who are not. So they have been in our thoughts and prayers and will continue to be. Hopefully they will find themselves safe and sound, and I'm hoping that those that have evacuated, I'm hoping their homes will still be standing when they're able to get back to them. 2020 just is not being kind to any of us, and it's worse for some than others. If you are an evacuated person or facing evacuation, you are in my thoughts, and I'm praying for you. I'm not very religious, and I don't consider myself any particular religion, but I don't think that means I can't pray for those that I care about and love. So here are my thoughts, here are my prayers. So I'm layering on a few pieces. You could see before I laid down that little Buddha, I picked up a few other pieces. I kind of lost track of what I was doing there for a minute. That's totally okay. I do like to lay down one larger piece if I know that things are going to go behind it. And I only glue the bottom and then put things behind it, and then I'll come back and glue the Buddha down completely. I just find that it helps you figure out exactly where you want things to go. When you have an idea but you're not totally sure. Oops, I'm making a mess here. Each of these elements for this collage reflects something that I love. I love the principles of Buddhism. I don't necessarily call myself a Buddhist though, because I'm not very good at following the full religious practices. I would like to get more into it, but it's just not where I'm at right now. So there's that. I love the colors of these smaller pieces that go around it, but you can see this one right here has some trees, little nature scenes. I love that. The flowers and the fruit in the background, gorgeous. The bicycle, I'm a huge bicycling fan. I always have been. At one point I wanted to race bicycles professionally, but my parents weren't all that supportive and wouldn't let me train as much or at the level that I would have needed to, and wouldn't help me with equipment, and I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know anybody in the bicycling world to reach out to, and it was pre-Facebook, pre-social media, so it wasn't like I could just hop online and ask other people for help. But that's okay. I can't say that I've had a terrible life. I've had a great life, even without that. I still love bicycling, so that's why I've got this little bicycle here. I was gonna cut out more of the white background so that my colorful background would shine through, but I was really struggling with how to do that with my X-Acto knife, and I made a couple of boo-boos. Oops, I'm not getting this guy quite straight. One of those little mistakes was right here. You can sort of see where I accidentally cut through between the crossbar here and the handlebar stem, but hopefully once everything's glued down it won't be noticeable. I did, oops, oh my gosh, I'm almost ruining this. Stay. As you can see, I did cut the bicycle so that part of it's going to be on one page and part of it on the other. I could have creased it and folded it into that crease, but again, as I already said, I wanted to make sure that I can close this and that I have room to accommodate future collages. So I'm just going to line this up the best I can so that it doesn't look too off. I think that looks all right. My background is very shiny and slick, so it's having to struggle a little bit with my glue and getting things to lay where I want them. I'm just using basic Elmer's glue stick. I really like to use the disappearing purple. That way you can see exactly where you've glued until it dries, and I find that to be a really good guide. And it's washable. Bonus if you're a parent. Alright, let's glue down the last few elements. This came from a Flow magazine book, and I just thought it was so cute. That's actually where the bicycle is from too. The background elements, I think, were part of an advertisement for something, but I don't remember what. And I believe, but I'm not 100%, that the Buddha came from either Breathe or Calm magazines. Maybe Wellness Journal, I don't totally remember. I cut out pieces as I find them in magazines and I put them in a little bin next to my desk. I knew I wanted this on this side, but I'm just not sure. Do I want it at the top or down further? I know I don't want it at the bottom. I think at the top. Let's see. My adhesive is just, I don't know if it's quite the right size, but I'm going to use it anyway. And I can already tell I went off the element a little bit, but I think it will be okay. So I want to line this up with the top so it's right at the edge. I apologize if you hear me sniffling. My allergies are terrible. I'm filming in Portland, Oregon, and although my area is not at fire risk, I live downtown, some of the surrounding areas are, and with the winds, we've had a lot of smoke blowing into Portland. I'm really hoping that my friends are all okay, that their homes and their animals are all okay. And wherever you are, I hope that you are okay and safe. And I think that you should love and hug on your loved ones tonight. Even if you're not at risk, even if you're not in danger from fires, from COVID, from the flu, we're going into flu season, from unemployment, whatever it is you may be struggling with or facing, I hope that you're okay. Alright, so you're almost done. I've got just a couple more pieces to go. I'm going to try to layer these two a little bit, just for a little bit of interest. You'll notice that although I left the little gap where the spine of my notebook is, I do really love to cover as much of my background as I can. I like going wall to wall, edge to edge. I like using a mixture of small and large elements. They don't have to go together. What matters is it fits what you want, what you like in your mind. I'm not making this for anyone else. I'm making it just for myself. You don't need to explain your art or your creativity to anyone else unless it's in school and you're doing it for a grade and that's part of your grade. If you're doing it just for you, then that's what you should do, just for you. I'm gonna put this little arrow down. And there we go. I love it. So cute. I may come back later and just check to see if there's any areas that I need to glue down a little bit better. But I love the Buddha. I love the little background pieces that are cut sort of like clouds, but that have little trees and outdoor scenes, some nice color that plays off of the colors in my background. The bicycle with the basket with the plant in it, so cute. More little nature right there that I pointed out earlier. And this little banner piece. I love it. I think it's adorable. Can't wait to do another one. And thanks for checking this video out. Give it a subscribe, a thumbs up, a like, all of those things everyone tells you to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye!